I think one thing that's so important with styling that I've learned recently is the importance of putting yourself in the other person's shoes. And I think Christianity helps so much with it because so much of Christianity is serving.
Yeah.
And styling is essentially a service to somebody else. So the most important thing is making sure that the person is happy.
Frais de service.
Welcome to Service Charge, the show that gives you food for thought and a taste of success. The show where I, Xaymaca, have lunch with entrepreneurs, creatives, and movers and shakers. I find out about their entry into their industries, their day-to-day challenges, and ultimately whether it's all worth it. In this episode, I'll be joined by Angela Igbinovia. Angela is a content creator and stylist who's worked with brands like Superdry, Skims, and Oweh. And today she met me at the University of Warwick to discuss her journey, break down her favourite fits, and even take part in a styling challenge. Hi Angela, thanks for being on Service Charge. We're just going to have like a nice casual conversation, but before we start, how are you?
I'm good. I've had a lovely day. How are you actually?
I'm really good. I mean, sometimes it's a bit stressful, like doing all of this, but I mean, we get to eat, so
yeah, that's a good thing.
So if I just break down, we've got some salmon. This isn't jollof, by the way. This is just I don't have the facilities, but this is like tomato sauce with rice and then plantain as well.
Nice.
Don't even know what this cake is, but it looks good.
It looks yummy, yeah.
So yeah, just feel free. Like some people are like kind of scared to like start eating on camera, but just feel free. I guess like when I was doing my research on you, I was really kind of struck by like how you put your faith like so heavily in your content. So I kind of wanted to know, because obviously there are a lot of like Christian content creators who probably don't like shout about it as much. So why do you think that's important for you to do?
To shout about my faith?
Yeah.
Why do I think it's important? I think as I've grown in my faith, I found it hard not to talk about it because I think as you grow in the Christian faith, you desire to share it with people. Like it just becomes a natural thing. So like when I learn something, I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, I've learned this. Like this is so amazing, and I feel like I've just grown in my love for sharing, and I feel like the best medium for me to do that is through social media, and I feel like there's not enough people being transparent, and I feel like real life is something that people need to acknowledge, especially people who are Christian, and like bringing people to the faith, I feel like comes through a form of relatability. And when you're showing people not just I'm a Christian, but also just like my actual life and how Christianity kind of flows through that, then I feel like it's the most authentic way to go about it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so for me, like, I kind of want to know, like, how this all began. Like, was it just an extension of, like, you just posting on social media normally, and then it became, like, building a personal brand?
I'd say, like, I always tell people I got tricked into it. So, like, I think the Holy Spirit tricked me into it. I don't think I initially thought this was really a thing. So the way it started was back in, I think, 2019. When I was just interested in fashion. Everybody kind of knew I was. Were just like, oh, why don't you just like start posting on Instagram? I was like, okay, I'm just gonna post my outfits. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And then I think it was when I came to uni, and like specifically second year onwards, God was kind of like, yeah, like wasn't a joke. Like you actually need to like do this seriously. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I feel like as I grew in my faith, it just naturally like merged. I think it definitely started more in lockdown. I think in lockdown, Christian TikTok became this big thing. Like everybody was on it. So I think like when people jumped on it, I jumped on relatively early. So I think I kind of got tagged into the whole like UK Christian TikTok people thing, which was quite much. It wasn't what I intended. I think the videos just kind of did well because people just kind of were craving that Christian content. But then I think it was afterwards I kind of stirred away from it because I realized I wasn't like, I was pouring from an empty vessel. Like I was just trying to do it for the sake of like getting the views and stuff like that. So I was like, let me step back because I'm not even doing fashion anymore at this point. I'm just like doing what I think people would like. So I think that's how it kind of, I feel like I had my space where it was just Christian and then it was just fashion and then it came together.
How would you describe your style?
I describe it as changing.
Changing, okay.
Yeah, changing a lot. It's something that, like, I'm not afraid to try something new, but I'm also not afraid to go back to, like, something old.
Okay.
For me, it's, like, changing within a budget, because, like, I can't afford everything that I desire right now, but I work with what I have, and I try to, like, make different clothes out of it. I'm definitely, like, sticking with staples as well, like, buying really good quality staples.
Mm-hmm. So we're actually gonna do like a little game.
Okay.
We're gonna break down some of your fits actually.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the iPad.
Wow.
Thank you. These are some of my favorite ones, but I just want to get your take on them. Like, what was the thinking behind it?
Oh no.
Okay, cool. We got the first fit. I don't know if you can see that on
I'm wearing
camera.
that right now.
Like, talk me through like the stance, like the photography, everything.
Right. Photography wise, I have to give all the credit to Awoyungbo Joseph. She is literally my creative director when it comes to content days. Like, she really helps me like embody the outfit. And I'm one who, I think of the outfit in terms of location. So I think of the outfit and the location simultaneously, not apart, because it's very important. And then when it comes to poses and stuff, she kind of directs me. But with the outfit, I think, what was I thinking? I was thinking I bought a new corset, let me wear it. And then I was thinking what goes best with it. I'm very much a person that I like a tight top and big like bottoms, or like tight bottoms and then a big top, something like that. So I thought, let me go with that. It was a bit cold, so I was like, okay, let's wear a shirt inside. I know that a lot of people do shirts and corsets, and I have done it before, but I like to try it a bit differently. And then I feel like black would have been too harsh of a bag. I think I was wearing a yellow bag there. Yeah, I think black would have been a bit harsh, so I just went for a yellowish tone. Yeah, I'd say that's the main thing. I think it's quite a simple outfit. I think the simple tones, just the white, a brown, blue.
I think it definitely comes together well. Like, I mean, I think the poses for me was like the standout there.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it wasn't me, I promise.
Okay, cool. Let me just scroll to the next one.
Okay. How did you choose these out?
These were literally just my favorite ones.
Okay.
And I feel like each one is slightly, kind of like some are dressed up, some are more casual. Okay, cool. You got talk me through the blazer. Like, what does that do to an outfit?
Blazers are my favorite thing. Like, if people know me, they know I love a good blazer. I think if I could have every colour in the wardrobe, I definitely would. Again, Awoyungbo Joseph. We were in London, in Kensington, and Chelsea, and we just decided to. One thing about content days is to really embody just the environment as well. So it means buying food and like actually sitting at restaurants and actually having conversations and like taking that whole like vibe in. So it's actually a day, not just like let's take pictures. Yeah. So we're at just like an outside restaurant in Kensington. It's actually called Big Fernand's. I recommend, because they're a really nice restaurant, and the guy is really nice as well. So in terms of the outfit, Annie was the one who spotted the purple flower, and it just went so perfectly. The positioning of the flower is actually to hide my paperclip. If you zoom in, you might be able to see it, because I couldn't wear it without the paperclip, so I just decided to put it there. The blazer is quite oversized, so I decided to wear it by itself and make it into like a blaze dress. But yeah, it's just very girly, very summery, and quite monochrome. Yeah,
it's definitely one of my favorites. I think because the flower kind of complements it.
Yeah.
But this is okay. We're going to my actual like favorite one.
Oh no. Let's see.
When I saw like the pose,
I feel like I knew you were gonna do that.
You knew it. Is that your favorite as well then?
It is one of my faves. Okay. I do actually enjoy my content. Yeah, I won't shy away from saying that. But again, same day actually.
Really?
Same day, yeah.
But you do multiple fits on the day?
Yeah, I think this was 3 or 4 outfits. I do remember it was a hot day. I think it was 30 degrees. I did not enjoy that. But this was the V&A Museum.
Yeah.
The top is from a brand called Cider, actually. And when it came to putting the outfit together, it was really trial and error. I didn't actually think they would all work because there's 4 colours in the outfit. So I wasn't exactly thinking, wow, like this is totally going to go together. But because they're all neutral tones, I think they just really come together well. I was going to wear a pair of black glasses, but again, I just felt like the yellow really made it pop. And then obviously Annie told me to do the hand movement. I really like how it complements the frame in the back of the guy in yellow. And like initially I took this outfit pick in other locations in the V&A Museum and I just didn't like them. But it was when we came here that it really got there.
So at Service Charge, we like to give back to our guests as well.
Okay.
And I was probably like trying to think like what would Angela like?
Oh God.
So I noticed like you do a lot of take a lot of photos in galleries. And because you're like building your own like personal brand, I feel like a way to marry the two is with Frida Kahlo, like, in terms of like she often puts herself like in all of her photos, in her portrait, and it's like a story of her life. So we've got a print for you.
Wow.
It's rolled like, sorry if I like crumpled it because they have to roll it up, but
Thank
if
you
you
so
wanna,
much.
if you want to take it.
Am I allowed to open it?
Oh yeah, you can open it. Yeah. I didn't know if it's one you like or not, so.
I think I remember this from art class. Yeah, this is a good one. Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you so much. I do actually enjoy art. Thank you. This is really sweet.
We pause this broadcast for an advert about our sponsor. You're Lindsay, right? I'm Charlie. I solve problems. I mean, I know people who can solve problems. Is that your food? You mind if I? So Lindsay, I hear you're a student. Is that correct? How are you finding accommodation next year? Is it difficult? Do you wish the process could just be made a bit easier? Well, my friends at Handles Property, they can help you out. So Handles Property is an estate agent with properties in Warwick, Leamington Spa and Kenilworth, and they're used to dealing with students like you. All you need to do is visit their website, handlesproperty.co.uk, or you can give them a call. That's at 0192 6354 400. They'll handle it. Now back to the regularly scheduled program. So like, how does your approach differ when you're styling someone else? How are you both happy at the end, basically?
I think one thing that's so important with styling that I've learned recently is the importance of putting yourself in the other person's shoes. And I think Christianity helps so much with it because so much of Christianity is serving. Yeah. And styling is essentially a service to somebody else. So the most important thing is making sure that the person is happy. And also it's not about, yes, it's about bringing that person out of their comfort zone, but you don't just throw clothes at them and be like, right, you look good in this. Like, they need to be comfortable in it. So that was my first time actually doing like a personal shopping thing. So we went in store to The Boring in Birmingham. Yeah. And I just kind of asked him, like, first of all, I sent him a presentation. So I gave him like 5 different looks, and I was like, okay, which ones are you kind of feeling? And then he kind of selected 2. So we went around The Boring, went to H&M, and I just basically gave him so many clothes, like, try all of this on. I want you to try all of this on. Yeah. And we ended up coming out with a turtleneck, waistcoat, blazer, trousers. And for me, I think throughout the entire process, it was just asking Sam, like, are you okay? Like, do you like this? Like, does this fit nicely? Do you feel comfortable? Like, that's the most important thing at the end of the day, because you can look good, but if you don't feel comfortable. Yeah, I think he won Best Dressed as well. He did, so you're doing a good job, definitely. Yeah. I guess so at the moment, are your clients just mainly your friends and you're just going to build it up? Yeah, so I have had either 1 or 2 clients outside of, because I've had one of my followers, my audience, who I went styling with. I just haven't documented that. But I'm definitely like out, like open there. I think it's just because I haven't like there's things in the works that are gonna make it more exposed that yes, I am a stylist. I think I'm just like focusing on other things right now.
Okay. So one of those other things, I noticed you've done a lot of black brand collaborations.
Yeah.
So I think you did one with Skims, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So how did those even come about?
So brands are such an interesting thing because sometimes you have moments where you have like an influx of emails coming in and it's like whoa, and other times there's just nothing.
Yeah.
So I know I've had seasons where I've had to be the one sending out emails, and then there's other times when I don't, like I'm getting emails to me. So when it happened with Skims, like I got the email, they emailed me. I remember the time, I think it was in summer, I was in London and I saw it. I was trying to figure out whether it was fake. I was like, why are Skims messaging me and how have they found my account? But yeah, that was definitely a lovely experience, and I think around that time I was in a place where a lot of emails were coming to me, which was a blessing. But it's also important to not put yourself down when you're not getting the emails as well.
Yeah. Final question is, what would Angela in 13 years, what would you hope to be doing?
34. I hope to be relaxing.
Soft life.
Soft life. I think I still hope to have my brand because I'm still going to be very young.
Yeah.
I'd hope to be married with kids. Just living a very, very chill life. Very chill.
Before we get out of here, we're going to do a little like styling challenge.
Okay.
So we've got a lovely guest, we've got Olamide here, who's going to be styled by you. And we've got all the clothes there, so if you just like head on over.
So today we have quite a few clothes actually. I do like the selection that we have. I think you've got a nice like variety of both colour and like neutrals. Yeah. I think the first thing that I'm drawn to is this. I have a feeling you would be drawn to a really nice top. It seems like something that would be nice and fitted, and I've seen it around like as a trend, and I think it's a good trend actually. Another thing is like I'm really enjoying skirts, especially because of summer and everything. So I think this would also be something nice, and like the tones go well together. I think the green is great, so I think this is something to keep. This ring on whatever one it is. Do you have any more gold ring? I think that's it actually.
I spoke to Angela. She lives up to her name. As a messenger of God, she doesn't care about the fame. The acclaim is cool, but that's not what she does it for. It's to glorify his name and give the raw run and cut. To go beyond the stylist, she puts together fly fits, leaving clients smiling. She's built a personal brand, and she's going to build her own personal brand. But what you need to understand is that it's all part of God's plan.
Because nothing I do is from myself, everything is inspired by the Holy Spirit. So I can't pour from emptiness.